All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Art at Heart's 2024 online fledgling student exhibition. I am Alice. I'm the projects and events manager. I'm based in the US and North Carolina. Art at Heart is based in Brisbane, Australia. So with us today, we have artists with artworks in the exhibition. They're on Zoom with us. And then our family, friends, and guests are joining us via Facebook Live. So those of you on Facebook, we'd love it if you would please put where you're from in the comments, and then so we know who all is watching. Also, so here we are. This here is the outside of our exhibition. We're anxiously awaiting for the doors to open, of course. But inside you can get a glimpse of the artworks. Just some of them, which we will get to shortly. And then, however, before we start, I just ask that all artists in the Zoom, if you will please go on mute. And then at the end of the tour, we'll go off mute where we can congratulate everyone during the announcement of the awards. So now, now without further ado, I hand it over to award-winning artist and our sensei teacher at Zen and the Art of Art, Jacqueline Hill.
Thank you, Alice. I just want to mention how much hard work has gone into this exhibition by Alice and Beck and I, but we kind of got thrown into it in the deep end of learning it from scratch, how it's all been done, because our darling Kyla, who set up the Fledglings exhibitions in the past, had to go off and get some nasty, awful operations done. So we've all been kind of going, oh my God, how do you do this? If Kyla's watching, we love you. We have no idea how you managed all of this on your own in the past. So I want to say thank you to Alice and Beck for all of the hard work and the pressure they've been under. They survived it glamorously and graciously over this time to produce the most amazing exhibition we've ever had for any fledgling student exhibition ever. So thank you. I'll start off just by letting you know, for the people who are watching live online from around the world on Facebook, that what we do here in the little business, you might not have come across us before. So I'll get Alice, if you don't mind, to share some of the website that I'll talk about. The first one is Art at Heart. They're sort of umbrella business that was started off years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I called Art at Heart, and it's I was originally painting, doing commissions, and also having my own gallery exhibitions and teaching live art classes, and learn to draw classes to adult beginners. So we also have recently been doing pottery classes for adult beginners as well. So we have very structured courses, and they've been hugely successful. So that's Art at Heart. And from that website there, which Beck's just shared in the chat and on the Facebook comments, if you want to have a look at that later on, you can go and have a little explore around. From there, you can get to all these other little sort of sections of the Art at Heart business. One of them is the murals. I have a website called Illusion Murals, and I paint really huge, realistic, mind-bending trompe-l'oeil murals for clients on a commission basis. So I'm not sure if we're able to switch to show Beck's background. If you see in the backgrounds of when we go to gallery view with all the people who are here in Zoom, you'll see that Beck and Alice have both got one of the murals as a background. Oh, can we see it now? Yeah, cool. So Beck's in front of a mural called Trompe Tuscany that's in West End in Brisbane. And Alice is in front of one of my finished murals, a recent one that I just finished, called Trompe Bougainvillea, to trick the eye into thinking that instead of a flat wall, you can actually almost walk through it. So these murals take months to create, and they're becoming a little bit world famous, which is a bit exciting. And the other thing that we do is, apart from art commissions, I paint portraits and pet portraits and all sorts of things. But we've created an online art school called Zen and the Art of Art. So I do have a series of books underway. The first one's been published called Zen and the Art of Art Foundations, which is sort of like a textbook for our online school, but a great read if you're trying to learn to draw and paint for the first time. But our online art school is designed for people who are adults who want to learn to draw or learn to paint for the very first time. So what you'll be amazed at in this exhibition is that most of the people who have got an artwork on the wall have never been able to draw a stick figure before. So they've come into it completely blind, not knowing how to draw, and they've become very confident drawers and painters through this course. We've got a total 5-year program, which takes people from a beginner's level to advanced. We have kind of a Zen aspect to it, Eastern philosophy of Zen mind that I apply to this teaching. It's unique to any teaching in the world, and it opens up it gets rid of people's blocks in their mind that's stopping them from being able to see what's in front of them and to be able to draw it and paint it. So it's been hugely successful, and you'll see the results in the exhibition that's coming up. We have several levels of membership to make it affordable for everyone. We have some mini courses, which are like little standalone taste tests of the classes that you can try out the teaching and see if you like it, starting from US $10 upwards. We have standalone workshops where you can learn a particular skill. We have monthly paintings, and a most popular level where you can actually jump onto a pathway and learn the skills in a step-by-step foundation course, and then get more and more advanced. And we've recently instated an elite membership for our eagles who want to really race forward to mastery. And that's been very successful as well. The other thing that a lot of these students and other people are enjoying is our international art retreats. So we go to different places around the world and Australia. And last year we went to Bali. This year, still this year. We only just recently went to Bali and had the most amazing experience in Bali. I know a few languages, so some of these countries that we go to, I'm talking in their local dialect, and we get a really good experience as a result of that. So we have a ton of fun on international art retreats. There's lots of fun, friendship, laughter, and art learning at the same time, and exploring the unique location that we take people to. So you can see those website addresses if you want to go and explore those later on in the links, either in chat or in the Facebook comments. Let's get going to have a look at this fledgling exhibition. It's the most amazing exhibition, and we've got a fabulous array of artworks. Alice is going to show you how it works with this online exhibition. The name of fledgling came about when we were thinking of it was actually before the Zen and the Art of Art concept came through to our teaching. And we're feeling like I felt like a bit of a mother hen, and I had all these beautiful little birds who are very nervous about learning to draw and learning to paint, and they were just starting to spread their wings and really fly with their skills, with what I was teaching them. So we decided to call the fledgling exhibition as a way of the students being able to learn to be proud of their artwork, to put it on show, and to see how good it actually is in a frame in a gallery. We called it the fledgling exhibition because our little baby birds are fledging and starting to learn to fly with their art. So that's where that strange name came from. I'm kind of like a mother duck looking at all my little chickens who are doing so well. We're in our online dojo. That's our online membership. Dojo comes from a Japanese term for martial arts disciplines, where it's a room or a place where the literal translation is the place of the way. So it's a place to learn, really. So in our online dojo, we have members from all around the world, from US, all over US, Canada, New Zealand, and people from all around Australia as well are members in this online dojo. So in this exhibition, we have 24 artists showing their works, and we've got 96 amazing artworks. So I'm going to have to talk really fast as we go through the exhibition. I really don't want to. I want to pause and like enjoy how delicious each of these artworks are, but I'm going to have to go really fast. So Alice, would you mind just giving us a quick run through of how to view the exhibition if you're coming in online after this live event?
Sure, absolutely. So you can actually come in and look around at all the artworks yourself. The exhibition will be up from now until 26th of August in the Australia and New Zealand time zone. And for us for those of you in the US and Canada, that would be August 25th. So I'm going to exit full screen and show you how to get to it. You can get to it right here on our Zen and artart.com website. It will be right here in the interactive virtual gallery. The shortcut to get there would be zenartart.com/fledgling, and it will bring you right up to it. So, and then there'll be a button right there to click in and enter the exhibition. Let's see, it is easy to navigate here. I'm going to go back to full screen. You'll have your arrows down here on the right hand side. They move in, forward and back, left and right. And we'll go into the exhibition shortly, but if you have a touch screen, or if you have a mouse, or if you have a trackpad, you can also use those to navigate around. It's kind of like if you've ever played a computer game online or a video game on your computer, then you just use the buttons to navigate. So let's go ahead and move in. Another way to do it is to just click, and let's have a little view here of what's going on. So we have 2 full rooms. They go all the way to the back, as you can see, and they're full of artworks of all mediums and artist experience levels. We're really excited for everyone who entered their art and for everyone who has joined us to support these artists and view their amazing artworks. So now as you're going around and you're looking and you see something that you want to look at a little more closely, you can click on it. It'll zoom right in. Over here in the upper right hand corner, you'll see this eye in a square, and that's your information button. It'll tell you more about the artist and the painting and dimensions. Not all artworks are for sale, but if there is one for sale, you'll see the price right here. And this is in Australian dollars. So this artwork by Janet is $50 Australian. If you're interested in purchasing this artwork, then you can go in this lower right hand corner, hit the request button, fill in the information, and we'll be able to send you some more details and get some more information out to you. So that is how you can move around and look at the exhibit. For now, I'm going to hand it back over to Jackie to start the tour and go over all these beautiful artworks with you.
Thank you, Alice. That's a lovely explanation. I want everyone to realize that it's very, very easy to walk into this online gallery and have a look around, just as if you're walking into a gallery space in a real building. Alice mentioned that many of these artworks are for sale, and for people that haven't seen our students' work before or what we're all about, I really encourage you to have a very close look here at these artworks, because these are artists that have only just started their career. Many of them haven't been able to draw before they started. They may have only been with us for a year or two. And the works they're producing are absolutely amazing. And this is not unusual of the members, all of the members that are in our online membership. It's an amazingly successful program that the sort of results that people are getting are just astounding. So if you are interested in any of these artworks, I recommend that you snap them up, because some of these artworks are priced so low that you're really probably getting an artwork that's valued at 3 times the amount. So at least. So some of these artists are going to go on to become fully professional artists producing astounding works, and their prices of their artworks is going to go up and up and up. And this is a fabulous chance for canny art investors to snap up an artwork at an amazing low price. So I recommend everyone, while I'm going through this, the exhibition and showing you everything in there, I want you to, if you're watching this on a computer or on an iPad or something like that, if you've got your phone handy, excuse me, just a second. Sorry. If you've got your phone handy, I recommend you get into your email program right now. This is for everybody who's watching this. Most artworks get snapped up during the opening event in most gallery exhibitions that I've ever held or been to. So I recommend that you get on your phone into your email program and set up an email that you're about to send to this email address. Can everyone see that? dojo@artatheart.com.au, dojo@artatheart.com.au. That's 3 words, art at heart. And if you start an email without actually hitting send, and you put in the subject line, gimme, capital letters, Gimme, gimme. If you get ready, when I'm zeroing in on one of these artworks and you see the price of it, or even if you don't remember what the price was, I recommend you hit the button and send that email and tell us which artwork it is, of course, inside the email. And you'll be first in line to grab it. So what we're doing is each person that wants to buy an artwork, we're looking at the email timestamp as it comes in, and the first person who puts their hand up to say they want to buy that artwork, we're going to start the discussion with you about getting that organized. And if that falls through, then the next person in the queue from the timestamps is going to grab it. So that's why I recommend, while we're going through this exhibition, through this tour, have your phone ready with an email ready to go, ready to hit send, because you'll be the first in line for getting that artwork. It's a bargain. These prices that people have put on to here are so low compared to the value of these beautiful artworks. It's crazy. So I'm going to do a guided tour. I may have to look at some of these artworks really quickly, but please remember, artists, that it's not because I don't love them. I think they're all astounding. It's just that there's 96 I want to get through so that we don't spend all day on this. We need to get through to announce the award winners at the end of it. So I'm going to, as we go through each artwork, I'm going to let you know which ones are on a short list. So if an artwork is on a short list, then they will be in the list for potentially winning one of the major awards. So out of the short list artworks, there's also a set of artworks who win the award that we call Love This, which means the judges love this, which is equivalent to highly commended in most gallery exhibitions and competitions. There's a highly commended prize. So we give certificates to each of these people, and those artists can put that onto their resume to say that they were shortlisted or they won Love This prize from the judges at the Fledgling Exhibition 2024. So remember, if you're a canny buyer of art, an artwork that wins a prize is inherently worth a lot more suddenly. So the price doesn't go up on the wall. So if you grab it first, then you've got a very good investment there. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started on the tour, and I'll let you know which ones are on the short list and which ones have won a Love This award, and we'll announce the final awards at the end. Okay, so let's get going on the first one. The first gorgeous painting we've got is from Ali McHattie in New Zealand. It's called So What's Your Hump? Look at this charcoal of a camel and the expression on it. It's absolutely fabulous. This one has won a Love This award. Can you see the mark making she's done? It's just amazing. I might even think about buying that one myself, if someone else doesn't email in first. Okay, let's go to the next one. That's absolutely a gorgeous painting. The judges absolutely loved. There's 3 judges. They absolutely loved this one. So the next one that we've got is Wendy Vaughan. We didn't miss a lion, did we?
No, it'll be next.
Okay, cool. I've got a list here. It's slightly different, so forgive my confusion. So Wendy Vaughan has done a beautiful Zen landscape in charcoal called Along the Way, which is absolutely gorgeous. Well done. She's only a beginner, and to create an artwork like this is amazing. Beautiful. This is the line I wanted to show you. Look at this incredible, strong rendition of a lion in charcoal. It's a very simple medium charcoal, but look at how this medium is simple, but the application of it is very advanced. So Laurel has done a beautiful work with this lion, and that is on the short list, and it's won the Love This Award. It's masterful artwork in charcoal. So Michelle Stone has done this absolutely fantastic rabbit in charcoal. Isn't that a cracker of an artwork? If that doesn't get snapped up by an art buyer, I don't know why not, because look at the expression on the face of this beautiful rabbit. That's a lovely rendition of an animal in charcoal. Well done, Michelle. Susan Myro in the States initially started very nervous about pencil drawing, but she pulled out this masterful drawing in pencil, graphite, of a baby elephant taking a scary step. Isn't that the most amazing graphite drawing you've ever seen? Fabulous, definitely shortlisted. And this one is called Play by Claire Day. And this is a technique that we go through in the online membership, learning to paint with water-soluble graphite. And she's nailed this one, absolutely. It's painted from life. Oh, it was in the classroom, but this is one of my studio friends' subjects. I think, was it? Or is it one of yours, Claire? Anyway, it's gorgeous, utterly gorgeous little artwork crossing over between graphite and watercolor. Beautiful one, and that has shortlisted as well. So this is a version of the camel charcoal by Claire Day called What's Up. Isn't that a cracker of a name? I love it. Absolutely beautiful charcoal drawing. Doesn't it look beautiful in a frame? Don't all these artworks look amazing in a frame? I hope all the artists are feeling very proud of themselves to see how beautiful their artwork looks when it's up on a gallery wall and mounted in a way that it deserves. That's a beautiful charcoal. Well done. And we do some quite advanced techniques too. We do teach portraiture in the online membership. And this is a really, really well executed portrait of Einstein. Obviously, it just totally looks like Einstein, by our Alice. I'd love to give lots of prizes to Alice, but because she's a team member here, then I'm not allowed to. But this is an absolutely brilliant portrait. And the fact that she could pull that out with such little amount of lessons behind her is just astounding to me. She's picked up the information that I'm teaching so well to be able to produce a portrait that really, really looks like Einstein. Congratulations, Alice. That's a cracker of a drawing in graphite. Cynthia McAuliffe has done this gorgeous rendition of a leaf with dewdrops on it. And this one has been shortlisted. You can see why. It's just beautiful. It doesn't have to be a huge, big, complicated artwork to take the eye of the judges. It could be as simple and beautiful as this drawing here. So congratulations on being shortlisted. So Ali has also painted, I call it painting when it's charcoal, painted the rabbit in charcoal. And she's called this one Softly, Softly. This is showing real mastery of the medium. She's got the shapes right, the tones right. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm in love with this rabbit. So for that reason, the judges awarded this one. I love this prize. Well done. Very well done. Cynthia joined one of our workshops for doing a watercolor, loose and fun watercolor. And we painted, what's it called? 70 Mile Beach, something on Fraser Island. My numbers are out the door in my brain when I'm in art mode. So she's done an amazing rendition. Look at this gorgeous brush strokes, like really confident brush strokes in the sky, and the lovely contrast of the dark, sharp edges to the beautiful softness in the stormy sky. I just think that's a lovely artwork. Well done, Cynthia. That's a beautiful work. And this line is by Jacqueline Schultz, and she's got gorgeous tones in this one as well. Really lovely dark tones and lost edges around the edge of the line. And he looks like such a big hunk of a beast, doesn't he? That's got some beautiful energy in it, that artwork. Well done, Jackie. Kevin Blake has joined us after he's joined a couple of little mini courses with us, and he's had some other skills before he's come into that little taste test of our membership, but he has got some mastery in his art. So this is a portrait in where are we? I haven't got what's the medium? Is it pencil or graphite or charcoal? Anyway, absolutely possible. Isn't that an amazing, amazing artwork? Charcoal. So the rendition of this dog is so photorealistic. It's an absolutely astounding work of art. So he's definitely shortlisted. And this one is another, I always talk about, this is from Ali. It's a portrait from Ali. And one of the hardest subjects to do in art is portraiture. So if you see any portraits here in this exhibition, you need to take your hat off to give this artist a nod, because portraits are the hardest subject to draw or paint for any artist. So to get the likeness of the face, every single piece of the face has to be in exact millimeter proportions. So this rendition of a portrait is really, really astounding. You ought to be very, very proud of that portrait, Ali, and that's definitely one. I love this award from the judges. This one actually took my breath away. In the workshop we were doing, I was teaching the gang some urban sketching, and this is a spot in San Francisco. Has somebody got some dogs barking that they're... Just make sure you stay on mute if you're able to. That would be lovely. Thank you. And when I was teaching it, I didn't actually finish mine. Well, Sharon went off and finished hers, and look at the amazing... I really wish I'd painted this. I should have a special award for wish I'd painted this. She just did the most amazing urban sketch in beautiful ink and wash. It's just amazing. So that's definitely shortlisted. Congratulations, Sharon. That's an absolute cracker of a urban sketch. And Jeanette was also in the workshop for Einstein as well. And look at those beautiful eyes in this portrait. This is an amazing portrait. Definitely won the judges love this award. Congratulations. Portraiture is hard and you nailed it. So here's a lovely little water-soluble graphite with the little doll. Is one of my studio friends, I call them, my models that will sit there and smile and not complain. We can take as long as we want to draw and paint them. So one of my beautiful little studio friends that Wendy has captured. Absolutely gorgeous. Congratulations, Wendy. That's a lovely artwork. So Jackie Schultz has done this really beautiful, loose little watercolor and ink of platypus. It just strikes me as such an artist sort of rendition of playing around with different shapes and positions of the animal, and it looks so beautiful in the frame. I think Jackie should be very proud. Well done. Simplicity is beautiful. So we're going to start having a look at our more painted sort of artworks with a bit more color in here. And this is from Lois, who loves doing Zen tangles, Zen doodles, and she does amazing work on them. And this is a beautifully arranged trio, a trilogy of Zen doodle feelings. Isn't that amazing artwork to put up on the wall? Just lovely. That is one judges love this award. Well done. So Janet Norman had one of the lessons, which was one of the more advanced watercolor lessons, where we did a study of mist going across valley, and we were looking at atmospheric perspective and how colors and tones and edges and everything change as things go into a distance. Well, she has done the most amazing version of that painting. She's nailed all the techniques in it, and I just love it. So congratulations, Janet. That's a really great rendition of that painting. In our advanced classes, Jeanette's one of our elite students doing some special adventurers classes that are quite advanced. And this is painted in oil, and it's an image of an ice lake with the ice sitting on the water and the mountains being reflected from the distance. And I think she's done this painting so beautifully. Isn't that, can you imagine having that on your wall at home? You would just sit there and go into a whole feeling of zen and peace by looking at this beautiful oil painting by Jeanette Cash. I think you should be very proud of that, Jeanette. It's a masterful work in oil, and the judges have awarded it. I love this prize, so you'll get a certificate for that. Make sure you put it on your resume. So this is a painting by Janet Norman of one of our mixed media lessons called Kookaburra Sits. In this lesson, we used ink. So it was acrylic artist's ink and gold leaf. So this painting has actually got gold leaf in it. So it's got some, I call it shimmer bling. It's one of my made up words, shimmer bling. So it's a beautiful tonal painting, but it has the gold leaf in it to just add a little bit of sparkle. And I think she's done a lovely job of that. Well done, Janet Norman. Sharon's done a beautiful delicate watercolor painting. Sharon's become a bit of a master at watercolor in our membership. She's not that far into the membership, but she's already getting some serious mastery with her artwork. She's really taking on the teaching and paying attention to the skills and techniques that I'm sharing with everyone. And so she's getting amazing results. So she's been shortlisted with this painting. It's a beautiful, delicate watercolor that could easily hang in a national gallery. It's very well done. Congratulations. So we're a bit famous for the apple paintings when I'm teaching all of the mediums. So I teach drawing with a graphite pencil, pastel drawing or painting, colored pencils, watercolor, acrylic, oil, mixed media. So every medium that you can think of, charcoal, of course. And with the students, I recommend that they do the same painting in each of the different mediums so that they can see and understand how different each of those mediums are to work with. So Wendy has done this amazing apple in watercolor, and she's done it so well. This is actually a very difficult painting to pull off, but she's done this one so beautifully. It's just gorgeous. So this has won I love this award from the judges. So Cynthia's been playing with different mediums, and this one is called Crater Lake with Wizard Island. I love the looseness of Cynthia's brushstrokes, and it's kind of got a contemporary feel to it, this artwork. I really love it. Well done. Sharon Farnell has executed this watercolor using lots of different techniques that I was showing, lots of different watercolor techniques in this one exercise. And it was a place that I traveled to with hubby called Red Cliffs near Yamba in the Uralga National Park on the eastern coast of Australia. A very remote place where on the ocean there's these red cliffs going up to the sky. And so we have this lesson where you can learn how to do all sorts of different watercolor techniques. And I love the end result of this one from Sharon. In fact, I'm a bit jealous that maybe I might like it better than my painting, but Sharon's executed it so well. It's definitely won a Love This award from the judges. Beautiful. So this is a painting called, what I originally called it Frogalicious, where I got the students to be very brave and start to throw the paint around and be really loose and have some fun with it to create a high energy painting. And this one, Kay's called Deep in Thought, because he really does look like he's deep in thought. And I think that's definitely a shortlist artwork. So that's on the shortlist for awards. Congratulations, Kay. And Joyce comes along. Joyce is one of our platinum members, and she has individual classes. And we have a lot of fun doing mixed media. Recently, we've been doing a lot of mixed media. We're doing some fun oil painting now. But in the journal, we've been playing with using really loosey-goosey, fun, exciting mixed media techniques. And initially, Joyce painted this beautiful cow. We've been doing some exercises with all the students in the membership about simple drawings and doing cartoonifying and bringing an artist bent into it. And so she painted Daisy the cow. And then afterwards, together, we painted Sean the sheep. And we realized in Joyce's journal that Sean the sheep had come along and he was feeling very sheepish because he'd totally fallen in love with Daisy the cow. So this artwork is called Sean the Sheep Falls in Love. Isn't that gorgeous? That one has been shortlisted as well. And the next one is by Kay Waters. It's called A Lone Lily. This is a beautiful painting with lovely textural techniques in behind it. It's acrylic, but using some really interesting textural mediums and techniques. And I think she's absolutely nailed this. We look at tone, shape, color, and I think she's done all of those beautifully in this painting. So that one's been shortlisted, I think. Yes, that one's been shortlisted. Well done. This one's by Wendy Vaughan. It's called Crazy Pots. It's an artwork in pastel. And when I teach pastel, I call it painting in pastel, not drawing. It's actually a dry chalk medium, for those of you who don't know what pastel is. Really brilliant, bright colors. And if you use the techniques that I show, you can learn how to actually create a painting that ends up looking a little bit like an oil painting. So I think that she's completely achieved that goal with this lesson. And I think that's a beautiful artwork. There's some beautiful subtle colors in it, and there's some lovely hot, warm colors in there as well. So that would be a really great investment for anyone who wants to snap up a beautiful artwork. And Jo Coleman is one of my adventurer artists who has been with me for quite a while, and we're discovering that Jo is a very brave artist and is willing to take risks with her artworks, and they pay off again and again. So this artwork is so full of energy and so full of light. It's called Autumn Trail, and she really created a beautiful high energy painting with this one. So that has won a Love This award from the judges, because I really love that. And this one is in the same sort of sequence, I think, that we did in 1 month of adventurers when we were having a look at loose impressionist sort of forest scenes. And this is by Lynette Leishman, who's become an absolute master in her own right. And she's created this painting called Sunlight Through the Woods in our lessons. And can you see the beautiful color glinting through the trees there? And the gorgeous application of oil paint, especially in the foreground, with that lovely softness in the grass under the trees. It almost to me looks like there's sunlight glinting through the trees, the way you see diagonal rays come down. And so that is an artwork, an adventurer artwork that won a Love This award from the judges. That is a really beautiful artwork. Congratulations. So Janet Norman has done, what I love in this membership is all our artists have brought their own artistic bent to each artwork that I teach. And we get all these beautiful different results from the same source inspiration. And I love this one as well because Janet's created a beautiful soft rendition of this Red Cliffs painting in watercolor. It's a completely different one from the other one we saw, but beautiful in its own right. So congratulations, Janet. That's a really lovely soft watercolor. Well done. Looks beautiful in the frame. This one's by our Jackie Schultz, who has painted this acrylic painting with me of a boat all alone on a beach. She's called it Marooned. And there's some really advanced acrylic techniques in this painting. And Jackie's absolutely nailed it. So I think this is one of the most delightful high energy acrylic paintings in the exhibition. There's a lot that are delightful and high energy. This is one of them. But I think this is definitely worthy of a shortlist for the awards. So snap it up if you love it. Now's your chance. Jeanette's done, in our beginners course, we do some very simple subjects so that we don't overwhelm the beginners. And I think it's a really good thing to start off like that, to start really simply and not overwhelm yourself with really complicated, big artworks when you're learning just the really basic foundation skills. But in the simplicity, you can get absolute beauty. And so Jeanette's painted, I call it painting, in pastel, this capsicum, and look at how three-dimensional it is. It looks like it's just popping off the page. It doesn't look like a flat artwork. It looks like a three-dimensional capsicum. So that is some really masterful pastel work for a complete beginner to pastel. So Jeanette, I think she'd be extremely proud of that painting. Beautiful. Jeanette also painted this, it's called Daisy Mark Jacobs. This watercolor, as a beginner, astounding. As a beginner, she's produced this beautiful watercolor with gorgeous tones, gorgeous shapes, gorgeous colors. It's a lovely muted sort of color set. And she's completely nailed this painting. There's a fair bit of complexity in this painting, and she's totally nailed it. So this painting, Jeanette, has been shortlisted for the awards. It's a cracker of a painting. So this is another one of the gorgeous oil paintings of the reflections on water by Susan Miro. And again, absolutely beautiful oil technique. Really, really lovely rendition. Look at how the subtlety of the neutral colors excuse me, subtlety of the neutral colors are working so nicely in this painting. It's a very muted, soft painting, but beautifully painted. Well done. So Jo Coleman is one of our adventurer artists, and this is called Cheeky Sal. And I think Jo is a bit of a master of painting birds. I think this painting is just gorgeous. Look at it. It's been selected for the shortlist So congratulations, Joe. That's a really lovely artwork. Sharon Farnell is one of our lovely beginners. When she was a beginner, she painted this dog called Luna the doggy, and she's used some really advanced techniques in this. There's a technique that I teach that I created called a wow background, is what I call it, a wow background. So she's applied that skill, and then instead of putting what the lesson said, she's also put on it a beautiful rendition of this dog. So she's combined these two techniques, realism with abstract, and created an artwork that's an absolute standout. So look at those eyes. Don't they pierce into your heart? And the shapes and the tones are so well done because of the foreshortening. For a person at beginner level to achieve that sort of foreshortening is astounding to me. So that artwork's been shortlisted, and I'm sure you can see why. Beautiful. Then we've got Baby Blues and Yellows, Purples, Pinks by Ali McHattie in New Zealand. And isn't this a gorgeous rendition of a baby elephant using some really interesting watercolor techniques, both soft wet and wet, and some beautiful dry brush as well, and some beautiful washes in the shadow. For people who are not familiar with art, this might look like a really simple artwork, but there's so many advanced watercolor techniques in this one painting. I find that really impressive. So this artwork has won Love This award from the judges. It's a beauty. Well done, Ali. Hope you're very proud. And Alice, our darling Alice, came with us to Bali on the art retreat where I was showing some techniques for Eastern watercolor fish, koi fish, because we actually saw koi fish in Bali in the beautiful Eastern style ponds that we went to visit. And Alice has created this amazing painting of the Eastern brush koi. So that's been shortlisted, and it's rightly so. It's just a gorgeous watercolor. Nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely masterful. And we've got from Jeanette Cash, who painted this cosmos painting with watercolor. And I really love how she's achieved the sharp edges in the foreground where the focus is, and the softness and the fuzziness of the outer focus in the rear. That's some amazing skill right there. The colors are beautiful, the shapes are beautiful, but she's achieved this mastery of the edges, which makes this painting, it gives it the magic. So that painting has been shortlisted as well. Well done, Jeanette. Jackie Schultz has rendered the kookaburra in black acrylic ink with the gold leaf. And you can see the bling on the gold leaf with this one, can't you? You can see the shimmer of the gold on it, and the shapes and tones and the edges that she's done in this painting are really delightful. Look at the beautiful shape of the kookaburra beak. It's just mastery right there. Lovely painting, Jackie. So we've got some pottery pieces in the exhibition as well. So we've gone all the way around the first room. So we've got some beautiful pottery artists. Not all of our potters were had enough time to enter in, but Lee was one of them. And this is a gorgeous artwork that she created with pottery on the bottom half of it, with the beautiful flowers and leaves. And she's also woven cane on the top part of it. So it's interwoven with both ceramics and caneware, basket weaving, in the one piece. So there's so much work in this, and it's so unusual and so different, with beautiful, soft, gentle colors, really subtle colors. She calls it Basket of Love. And that's one of the Love This awards from the judges. Well done, Lee. That's a beautiful piece. I'm so glad you entered it in the exhibition. And Tash has made a dragon egg vase. It's very difficult to photograph. Pottery is the sort of thing that you really want to kind of go in and get your hands on and fondle it and hold it and feel the shape of it. But the glaze that Tash has used on this one, it's got a real beautiful metallic luster to it. So on some of the views of this photo, it doesn't show it off to its best advantage, but this pot in person is absolutely delightful. So that's a beautiful piece, Tash. I hope you're very proud of that, seeing it in an exhibition. And Lee has done this set of plates or platters. It's kind of got a small dish and a large one with this leaf, and it's called Fallen Leaves. And it's so creative. The things you can do in pottery is so amazing. And this set of plates is an absolute delight. So that's a lovely, lovely piece of ceramic artistry, Lee. Congratulations. So that brings us to the end of room 1. So let's all have a look at the whole room. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? The artworks in here are just amazing. Let's take a moment to just have a sip of your apple juice or your champagne before we go and explore the next room. Isn't it a fabulous exhibition? It's an amazing exhibition. So let me catch up to where we're up to. Room 2 of beautiful pieces. This is so exciting. Who's having fun? Just write fun in the chat if you're having fun. Isn't it a feast for the eyes? It's just honestly food for your soul through your eyeballs. It's just the most uplifting thing to see such beautiful artworks. And the fact that they're from students who, when they first came to me, most of them couldn't even draw. It's unbelievable to me that they've achieved this level of mastery. Just amazing. Yes, they are beautiful, awe-inspiring, fun, fun, fun. Congratulations. Fun and wow, there's some wow factors in there. Absolutely, there's wow factors for sure. All right, so let's have a look at the next lot of paintings. We're actually on time. That's amazing for me. So the first painting we're going to have a look at is by our darling Ali from New Zealand. Yes, extraordinary talent. Yes, stunning works, everyone. People are saying amazing things. Extraordinary talent. So people have worked very hard. Remember, this is not I don't know, it's a talent thing. Some people think that it's people are born with a talent for art, but that's not so. It's more likely that these people have worked very hard and studied their lessons very closely and put the miles in the brush to get their mastery, and they've achieved extraordinary talent. Yes, but we say talent because that's what we mean. We mean it's beautiful work. It's absolutely beautiful work. So there's a lot of hard work behind each one of these paintings by each of these artists. It hasn't just come naturally to them just by picking up a brush and swinging it onto the canvas. So this particular oil painting is one of the most difficult subjects to render in any medium. A glass vase has got so many facets of light and shade and shapes and tones and details and dark and reflections and refractions and diffractions of light going on in it. But Ali's completely and utterly rendered this beautiful blue vase so incredibly well that it's been shortlisted for the prizes. There's so much work behind this painting, and she's seen what she can see in front of her and she's rendered it onto the canvas. And for someone with such a short number of months or years in the learning with me, it's astounding to produce an artwork of this level of quality. So be very proud, Miss Ali. I love that painting. Adelia, yes, I am really proud of all my students. They are amazing. Look at this amazing one. Oh my goodness. So this is by Sharon Cross. in a completely different medium. The fact that each of these artists are achieving mastery in all these different mediums is amazing. It's really unusual in the art world for artists to become masters at this sort of level in different mediums. So this one is in mixed media, so a few different mediums in this one. But this is by Sharon Cross, and it's called Bright Flowers. So this is, I think there's so much to enjoy in this painting. I think, you know, the owner of this painting, if someone buys it, has got so much to enjoy with their eyes over time. They'll never get tired of this painting. Your eyes can look into it and see more beautiful parts of it as you're viewing it. And I think that's a really good thing to have with a painting. Sharon's mastered that. So this one has been shortlisted for the prizes. Congratulations. I love this one. This is by Jackie Schultz. I think this is an oil painting. Is it an oil? Yeah, it's an oil painting. And in the lesson, I was teaching the students to paint fast and loose. And Jackie's one of the students that really pays attention to every little word of the teaching and the demonstrations in the teaching. And she absolutely nailed this one. You can see every individual brushstroke that she's planted on there and left alone and not fiddled with. It's an absolutely gorgeous oil painting of a magpie. And that has won a Love This award from the judges. Beautiful execution of that painting, Jackie. So this is an amazing painting too. I'm going to run out of superlatives. I knew this was going to happen. But this is by Lynette Leishman. And we're doing a portraiture in acrylic. And there was quite a number of stages to this painting. But can you see how she's completely mastered rendering that face? Look at that face because this was a lesson in busting up the colors and having a bit of fun with different colors on the canvas. And she's completely nailed it. That face is so full of light, and even though it's colorful, it's full of reality as well. So she's just completely nailed the portraiture part of that lesson in crazy colors. And Lynette is very, very good at doing realism. And she's managed to break free of that and really bust out and do some crazy colors on there that have totally worked. So I think you should be very proud of that painting, Lynette. You've won a Judges Love This award with this one, because, I mean, we really want to give prizes to, like, so many, like dozens and dozens deserve first prize in this exhibition, but we can't do that. We can't get it everyone. So this is definitely won a very high Love This award. Portraiture is hard, and she's nailed this one with mastery. Well done, Lynette. So Claire has done a pastel painting of, she calls it Op Shop Treasures. Gorgeous name for it. And look at the 3D realism in here from a beginner to pastel. It's just amazing mastery of shapes, tones, and colors in one painting. So Claire, this is a very, 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 very good end result for the painting of pots. You should be very proud of that one. Doesn't it look beautiful hanging on a wall in a frame? Lovely artwork, showing real mastery. So Lynette Leishman has been with Adventurers for quite a number of years, and she's become a real master of some of these really tricky subjects. So Lynette's done the painting of the perfume bottle, and my face is just bursting out into smiles looking at this, because the amount of detail in this painting, which when you look at it really close becomes abstract, totally abstract. But she has managed to keep her Zen mind on and painting exactly what she sees with her acrylic paints in this painting, and achieved light coming through the glass light coming and glowing into the shadow, all the scintillating little reflections inside the glass of the perfume bottle. It's a really masterful painting. So this one has won one of the judges' Love This awards. It's a fabulous painting. This one's by Sharon Luther, who's a beginner doing acrylics, and this is the lovely textured, really kind of loose impressionists was the goal of this lesson. We try and stretch our students to a whole wide range of skills. You can see that from the exhibition, that these students are learning so many different skills in the one place. They're not just learning one medium and one style. It's not watercolor realism all the way through. It's not oil landscapes all day, every day for years. They're learning, they're being stretched all the time with different techniques and mediums. And so this one is Sharon's rendition of the lily. She calls it Crazy Lily. I love it. It's beautiful. Isn't that an exciting artwork, having that yummy, yummy texture in there? Well done, Sharon. Laurel's painted the sulphur-crested cockatoo, one of our famous Australian birds. I actually had 12 of them visit our swimming pool yesterday. I watched them. I counted them as they came in. They're huge birds, very loud, but they are just got pure white feathers. And in this exercise, we were just pushing a little bit of color into the white. It's an exercise on painting white. And she completely nailed it. I think that's an absolutely beautiful rendition of a sulphur-crested cockatoo. Well done. Sharon painted this mixed media garden butterfly. We try and combine the mediums after our students have learnt the foundation techniques in the first year for all of the mediums and studied each of the mediums and got control of them and how they work on the canvas through painting. Then in adventurers, they can start mixing it up. And so sometimes we have acrylic with pastel over the top, or we might have oil over the top of acrylic, or mixed media with gold leaf and things like that. So this is a beautiful, fun, fresh painting of a garden butterfly. Absolutely lovely, a joy to behold. So Susan Myro in Adventurers has also rendered a perfume bottle and done it masterfully. Look at how that glass looks so solid. It's so see-through, but it's so solid because she's rendered those dark tones around the edges of the glass. Really lovely work. That's in oil. Beautiful muted colors too. And Joyce has done this lovely transparent watercolor of some blossoms. And I love the delicacy of the petals in this one. So you can actually see right through and you see the petals overlapping. And then there's lovely contrast between the softness of those transparent petals and the strength of the dark tones in the stick and the you know, the base part of the flower, whatever that's called. I always forget it when I'm in art brain, but it's got a name, calyx, something. So that combination between the strong dark tones and the beautiful, delicate pink petals is just beautiful. Well done, Joyce. That's a really masterful artwork. And Lois has done a different version of the apple, and she calls it Bloody Apple. So sometimes the students get tired of painting an apple. In the end, after they've painted the apple in 4 different mediums, they realize, oh, wow, that was really valuable. But I love that Lois has entered this into the exhibition because actually it's rendered really beautifully. So sometimes as an artist, when you're learning, it gets really frustrating. But in the end result, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful painting of an apple. I love it. Well done. And this is from Laurel. This has got a special story with it. This is a set of artworks that Laurel has painted in mixed media, and it's one to represent each sister. Isn't that a delight? Just a delightful concept and execution. It's a beautiful set of paintings to have on the wall. Really special. So that's been shortlisted. We love that set. In our acrylics classes for beginners, I teach people how to loosen up their brushstrokes. This is one of the hardest things to learn. It's actually surprising to people that it's easier to paint realism with lots of smooth gradients and hard edges everywhere. That's actually easier to do because of the strength of our what I call modern mind in my Zen and the Art of Art books. I believe that we have sort of a bit like left brain, right brain, but that's not a thing anymore. So modern mind is our modern technology brain that wants to, everything is time, is efficiency is everything, time is money, quick, get the thing done. So modern mind often steps in and starts to take over your brush and force you to tidy things, make it tidy, make it neater, make it the way that modern mind remembers it. But if you're trying to break free of that, it can be very difficult to bust a brush stroke in and leave it alone. And so we talk about shifting across to Zen mind and painting what you want, not what modern mind tricks you into doing. And so Kay's really nailed this lesson with busting free of traditional brushstrokes and painting really loosey-goosey impressionist brushstrokes on this lovely vase. Look at the shadow on the side of it. Isn't that yummy? Where the shadow falls on the tabletop. Beautiful artwork. Congratulations, Kay. Sharon's done the beautiful frog. This is it. She calls it Wild Frog. Look at the strength of these brave brush marks she's making in the background there. That takes a lot of bravery to just slam a brushstroke down on the paper or the canvas and leave it there like that. But in the end, what an exciting painting it makes. It's such an exciting painting, the bravery of those brushstrokes, because the bravery that's with the brushstrokes she's made in that painting actually stay in the painting and then come out at us as viewers. So when I look at that, I just go, wow, look at those brave brushstrokes that artist made. I love it. It's so exciting. So she's really, really nailed that technique in that lesson. So congratulations, Sharon. That's lovely. Michelle's done a beautiful underwater rendition of a turtle. We were practicing doing glazing and transparency techniques and trying to get the idea of the ocean with the light coming from above the water and the deep, dark depths of the ocean below. And she's completely nailed the concept of that lesson. Isn't that lovely? It just looks like the water's getting darker and darker down below. And there's a little bit of sunlight that maybe the turtle's flying up towards in the ocean. Beautiful artwork, Michelle. I hope you're very proud of that one. Looks gorgeous in a frame. So this one's from Sharon Farnell, and she's painted the delicious grapes. This is one of the paintings, I call it Grape-alicious. It's just all about the grapes. It's a lot of fun. It's a brand new oil technique. The way I show how to paint this painting in oil is completely different from the old masters techniques that we study earlier on and the impressionist. It's a totally different twist on how to apply oil to a canvas. But what you can achieve by doing that is transparency and capturing the light as it plays across the grapes. So in this one, this beautiful oil painting, can I draw your attention to that grape that's on the bottom left there? Doesn't that look completely like a dusty, dark red grape that hasn't been polished by a human hand and the light's just hitting it on the surface of that grape? And all through there's transparency, there's beautiful green grapes on the left-hand side. Isn't that a delightful artwork? And the sunlight just playing across the blue grapes on the right. It's a really lovely painting. Well done, Miss Sharon. So this is a totally different take by Susan Miro on that impressionist vase. Isn't that it's not a kaleidoscope of colors, it's a very limited set of colors, but it's a kaleidoscope of light playing across it. It just looks like scintillating light sparkling at you from the painting. So that's a beautiful rendition of the semi-abstract vase in acrylic. Well done, Susan. So Michelle Stone entered this one. It's called Purple Sunset, and she's done it in mixed media. We think this is a bit of a standout painting, actually. The judges kept coming back to this and going, oh, that's a bit delicious. There's something a bit delicious about this. It's this gorgeous semi-abstract landscape. There's so many textural elements in it that are really exciting, and the depth of tones and the pale tones and the limited color palette, the beautiful play, soft play between the complementary colors of purple and yellow. There's a lot of yumminess in this painting to enjoy. So if anyone invested in this painting, that's another one of those paintings where you'd have a lot to enjoy over many years. You could keep gazing into it and then see more and more in it. So this is definitely shortlisted for one of the awards. Congratulations, Michelle. That's really beautiful. It really caught our eye. And Wendy Vaughan has painted in watercolor. Oh, sorry, oil. So it's in an oil. No, wait. Watercolor. Yeah, I thought it was watercolor. So in watercolor, thank you. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing on my list. In this beautiful watercolor of the branching out these blossoms. I think they were apple blossoms initially. But look at the way the light's playing on that with the delicate shadows on the petals and the beautiful grainy watercolor background using the granulation technique with the colors of blue. Really lovely, and it's out of focus in the background. It's just a lovely artwork. So this one, Wendy, was shortlisted for the awards. So we'll wait and find out how the shortlisted artworks went later on. We've got a whole little collection of flowers in this wall. So let's have a look at the next one. Claire's painted masterful watercolor of, she calls this one the Visitor. Isn't that beautiful? So the butterflies visiting these flowers, and she's got a gorgeous variation of tone in there and color. It's this muted, lovely, soft muted. The greens are really beautiful, soft muted versions of greens. There's beautiful color variations in the flowers and tonal variations as well. By tone, I mean the darks and the lights. So this is really showing quite a level of mastery of watercolor. So we awarded this painting a Love This prize from the judges. Congratulations, Claire. You're a master of watercolor. Cynthia painted this beautiful, simple little painting of a Scottish thistle. What I love about this is those strong brush marks she's put in there, and she hasn't fiddled with them, played with them. There's a thing I call that I say to students, which is don't stab and stab and stab at your painting until you kill it. So in this one, Cynthia's totally won that battle that modern mind tries to trick you into stabbing away at your painting. But she's done beautiful, light, feathery brush strokes on this one, which I think are just a delight. Well done, Cynthia. So Laurel has painted this gorgeous set of sunflowers in mixed media. And I love the muted colors in the background of this one, playing against the rich colors of the sunflowers. So there's a lot of subtlety in here that's really showing with the number of miles in the brush that Laurel's got in our membership. And it's really, really a very strong rendition of the mixed media that she's been using in this one. So very subtle, very effective, and very masterful. Sharon Luther, we've got a few Sharons, so we have to say the surname here. Sharon Luther has done a really fun, I call it loosey-goosey, when you're kind of loosening up a little bit with your painting and starting to get brave with your brush strokes. And she's done a lovely painting of red poppies really loosely with her watercolor technique. And for that reason, the bravery that's shown in this painting, for that reason, this one has been shortlisted for an award. Well done, Sharon. Sharon Farnell has done a lesson that's one of the most challenging lessons in our beginner's pathway for watercolor. It's after they've got a few miles in the brush with watercolor, and I get them to stretch and paint slightly bigger, and well, actually a lot bigger, and really work with the water and the timing of it, which is everything in watercolor. And Sharon's really nailed it. She's managed to achieve this painting with such beauty that it's totally worthy of a frame and hanging in an exhibition like this one. Well done, Sharon. That's a really lovely rendition of the blue vase with white flowers in watercolor. Alice Peschel-Swain has painted in one of our workshops a crazy llama. We were busting the colors out again. This time we were using acrylic. And I just absolutely love the face on this guy. Look at that adorable face. Just a beautiful, beautiful face of the gorgeous llama looking right at us. The colors and the tones and the shapes are lovely in this one, Alice. Well done. Jo Coleman is our lovely, brave adventurer artist, and she's painted this lovely semi-abstract of a landscape full of fire and warmth and heat. It's amazing what you feel when you look at this, isn't it? The colors are just so hot and warm. She's called it Scorched Earth, and it's totally the right title for it. It's a really lovely abstract, semi-abstract of a landscape. Well done, Miss Jo. You're so brave with your art. I love seeing the wonderful things you're coming out with. This one is by Joyce Grates, and this is a fun thing that we did in Bali. We had a kind of a theme of butterflies. Each retreat we go on has got a kind of a theme. So we had little butterfly pins and butterfly buttons and butterfly exercises, and we went to see one of the most beautiful butterfly parks in the world, where we walked into this amazing aviary that was full of all sorts of species of tropical butterflies, and they would light on your shoulder or on your hand, and we went crazy with our cameras and painted them like mad afterwards because there's so many colors and beautiful shapes. So the reason that I'm really excited about this artwork was Joyce was feeling a little bit nervous about her techniques, but there's quite a few mediums in this artwork, and there was acrylic, which was very bold and brave in the background. And then we used, just for a bit of fun, in their art kit for the retreat, I gave them all a set of beautiful Derwent Inktense pencils, which are sort of like watercolor pencils, but they're not really, they're kind of more like ink than watercolor. They're kind of a strange thing, but anyway, they're beautiful to use. And I was blown away how Joyce absolutely nailed, the first time she's ever tried it, she nailed the gradient technique inside the butterflies. Can you see in the top butterfly how the reddish orange gradually graduates down into the yellow? And then the same in the other butterfly, from a deep purple down to a pale blue. This is very difficult to achieve with a sort of a colored pencil and a water brush, but she completely nailed it. We were so excited that she achieved such mastery of that little medium in that exercise. So it's a really beautiful set in this little diptych. So well done, Joyce. Lovely, lovely work. Cynthia McAuliffe has done this really lovely rendition in acrylic of the Monterey coast. And there's so much action and energy in this one. It's a joy for your eyes to travel around in it. The water and the surf and the birds and the skies. Really lovely work, Cynthia. Congratulations. That's a lovely artwork. Cynthia's at beginner's level, so to achieve a painting like this, amazing. Laurel has done a painting in oil called Greeting the Misty Morning, Look at the lovely brushwork on the bird. Really lovely, like the brush marks in the dark feathers just look so much like feathers somehow. It's a really beautiful painting in oil. Congratulations, Laurel. Lovely one. Subtle background colors, just gorgeous. So this is by our wonderful Lynette Leishman, who is achieving incredible mastery with her portraits, with her figure work, with her detailed landscapes. She's become a master of all the mediums now and a master of pretty much all the subjects as well. So this one was one that we did just this year in an adventurous class where we were tackling in oil the idea of figures in action, dancing figures in action. So look at the detail in this one and look at the movement in the dress and the dancer. You can just almost see her flinging the dress around. Really perfection in shapes and tones and colors. That's an amazing artwork, Lynette. That's definitely shortlisted for the awards. How can you not shortlist that for the awards? So this is by Joyce Greats as well. This is from Bali. And in our last art retreat, we went to a gorgeous resort that was right on the ocean in a remote part of Bali with no crowds around, with beautiful people looking after us at the resort. And we were right on the ocean looking across the swimming pool through these beautiful vertical stones that were there called the standing stones. And Joyce has sat there. I didn't even know she'd done this, but she sat there and she drew and painted the scene that we saw sitting at the restaurant, looking across the pool, across the standing stones, and you can see the beautiful day beds all around that we could actually just lounge on all through the day. Oh, it's so nice being on an art retreat where you can just relax and paint and sip cocktails and laugh and have love and laughter with your beautiful art friends. And so I just think for someone who's a little bit nervous with her art, this is an amazing artwork to produce, which I didn't even know she was up to. I just think that is amazing. So this Standing Stones artwork by Joyce Greats has been shortlisted for the awards. Here's another one by our master, our new master, Lynette Leishman. She couldn't draw before she first came to me, the very first workshop she attended with me. She was freaking out a little bit because she believed she couldn't draw a boat, but she did. And then she came along to the beginners learn to draw lesson. She learned to draw incredibly well, and now she's painting incredibly well. So this is when we were looking at light and reflections in acrylic in our adventurous classes just recently. And she's painted this silver jug with lime. Now this was painted live, like from life. So I set up my silver jug and the lime in front of us in the classroom, and we actually painted that shape. So can you see how she's managed to render the metal reflections and the reflection of the lime? It looks like you could reach out and touch it. So the level of mastery that Lynette's reached is absolutely astounding in only a few years with these lessons from someone that couldn't draw when she first came to me. So we have awarded this painting a Love This award from the judges. It's absolutely amazing. It's astounding. Really beautiful work. Mastery. Claire's done a beautiful painting in pastel of these flowers with flowers in a glass vase. She's called it Spring Light. This painting was all about, the lesson was all about seeing how the light comes through and casts an amazing shadow underneath the vase. So Claire's completely nailed it in this painting. Honestly, I wish we could give awards to every freaking painting in this whole exhibition, because look at the level of skill that everyone's showing. It's just amazing. What I love about this one that's different from some of the other artists in the same lesson, everyone has their own little take on it. This particular painting, Claire's rendered with a really beautiful limited color palette, which is just subtle and beautiful and delightful. So there's some really good decisions being made by this artist in this painting. It's totally worthy of being on a frame in an exhibition or on someone's wall at home. That's a really beautiful painting, Claire. I hope you're very proud of it. Jo Coleman, our brave adventurer who likes to, we call it going off the rails. She sometimes puts her hand up at the end of the lesson and says, I went off the rails. But actually what it is this really brave, exploring-minded artist who explores different techniques anytime she wants to, and she follows her heart. She totally follows her heart while she's got a brush in her hand, which I love. In this particular lesson, Jo reined herself in and decided to paint realism, and she completely nailed it. I'm gobsmacked. This painting just leaps off the wall. When you look at this painting amongst the other ones on the same wall, this one just leaps off the wall at you as if it's three-dimensional. So this is in pastel, which is a tricky medium to render a painting like this in. But Jo, I'm afraid we have to shortlist this for the awards, my darling. It's a beautiful painting, isn't it? It's amazing. Mastery at work. And so this one is also by Jo. This is called Morning Light, totally different medium again, which is watercolor. And I love the beautiful variations of colors in the sky. I think she might have, from memory, tell me in the chat if I'm wrong, I think she might have painted this at her home, looking out across a view from memory. I'm sorry, I don't have the notes in front of me, but really lovely watercolor and an artwork to be very proud of. Alice painted this rainy streetscape at night. And honestly, this is in a lesson where we did a wow background with crazy mixed media, getting really exciting with abstracts, and then rendering the minimal marks that we possibly could with pastel to achieve a painting of a rainy night scene. And when I first looked at this one, I thought, oh, that's my painting. And it wasn't. It's Alice's. She's a champion. That's an amazing painting, Alice. So exciting seeing that wow background and the excitement of those lovely marks in the background, and then just the minimal little marks in the middle to tell the story. Really lovely work. Congratulations. From a beginner, astounding. Here's one of our adorable apples rendered in oil by Susan. Look at the shine and the reality on the surface of that apple. And the shadows on the top of the apple, you don't even really notice because it's just part of the realness of this apple. The gradients in the background are absolutely beautiful. She softened the horizon so it goes off into the distance. That's a lovely oil painting, Susan. You should be very proud of that one. Michelle has painted this English flower field in acrylic, and we think this painting is so delightful, we've shortlisted it for the awards. What I love in particular, just me, the other judges love it too, but what I love about this painting is the combination of colors, and so that beautiful navy, dusty, dark blue in there for the, I'm not sure what they are, lavender, I think. And the, are they poppies? Anyway, the pink flowers are so beautiful. They look almost like they're soft and transparent. It's a minimal set of colors, but the beautiful textures and shapes and combination of darks, lights, hard edges, soft edges, and the beautiful delicate sky behind is such a yummy combination of colors, don't you think? It's a really lovely combination in there. So The English Flower Field by Michelle Stone's been shortlisted for the awards. Alice painted this amazing mixed media, I think, was it mixed media or is it acrylic? I think there's a couple of mediums in there, acrylic flow and Poscapine. So let's call it mixed media. I think that's all kind of acrylic-y. But anyway, this gorgeous high energy peacock in Bali. Just, isn't that an exciting painting? Look at the background. It kind of looks like a starry universe scene of the Milky Way or something. So much to enjoy in that beautiful painting. And the next one we've got is Sharon Luther has done the beautiful Impressionist vase with lovely loose brushstrokes. Can you see what I mean about each artist takes a different take on the same subject? Different colors, different shapes, different approach with their brushstrokes. They're all totally beautiful, unique artists. So that's a lovely artwork as well. Lois has done this gorgeous mixed media painting of endeavors. Look at the lovely crisp ink line work against that lovely textural watercolor background achieved by a secret technique I showed them how to do. And she's approached the idea and then followed it through and created this lovely artwork as a result. Well done, Miss Lois. That's a delightful artwork. So this is a turtle swimming in acrylic, completely different from the previous ones you've seen. And I love the contrast of the darks and the lights from the turtle to the water, the beautiful variation in textures in the background of the water, and also the variation in tone in the background water where it goes really deep and dark down into the depths of the ocean below. So there's so much to enjoy in this painting by Sharon Farnell that we've shortlisted this for the awards. It's a lovely artwork. And look at this one. This is by Sharon Cross, this sea lion. There's so much skill in this painting. It's unbelievable. Look at how real he looks. You could almost reach out and pat his head. It's so real. There's so much skill in oil. To achieve this painting in oil is showing real mastery. The lovely crispness of his little whiskers versus the softness in his sleek fur on the back of his head. That's a really lovely artwork. So that one's been shortlisted as well for the awards. Congratulations, Sharon. Lovely work. So here's another lovely rendition of the mixed techniques in watercolor painting. Kay Waters calls this desert sands, and it looks like a crusty, dry desert that you're walking into, and with a hot, hot sky above. Lovely contrast of color between the blue and the ochres of the earth. So that one has won a Love This award from the judges. That's a beautiful artwork. This is one by Joyce Grates as well. In Bali, we had a bit of fun one day and I gave them a challenge to paint. We kind of wanted to get a technique using a combination of strange medium mixtures of graphite with watercolor. I challenged them to achieve an image that looked like a rendition of a bug, an artwork of a bug, on a bit of old paper that had been found on the bottom of an Egyptian tomb that had been crushed under boots in the sand. And so look at this, it's fabulous. The colors in the watercolor and the sort of folds and the crispy marks in it. It looks like a really grungy old ancient parchment that's been discovered at the bottom of an Egyptian tomb. So I think she's completely nailed this challenge with this painting. And there's a lot of techniques in there that are not everyday watercolor or drawing techniques. And Joyce did such a good job of it. I love it. I really love that she's entered it in this exhibition so that we can get to see that fun exercise we had. Well done, Joyce. That's a beauty. Let's have a look at the last lot of pots. That's the end of the paintings now, I'm afraid to say. we've got some more beautiful pots to look at. And the first one is a mermaid vase, which is an absolute beautiful pot. And it's a sort of pot, if you had a chance to fondle this one, if you purchased this one, I don't know if she's ever going to let anyone sell it. Is it for sale? I don't know. But it's called mermaid vase. And Tash is mad for mermaids and anything underwater. So if you ever got to fondle this, it's just got the most beautiful shapes in it and textures. Look at the texture of the scales and the glaze she's used over it to get that texture to really show. And then the combination of the watery kind of colors and the modern kind of contemporary take on this semi-abstract version of a mermaid features in a vase. We absolutely love this one. This one has been shortlisted for the awards by Natasha Hall. There's another one from Natasha Hall who has created a ceramic artwork called Something Fishy, Family Affair. So this is a really fun set of plates. It's a matching set of plates. This is all fired. It's gone through 2 firings in the kiln, going up to, 1100 degrees Celsius, and lots of techniques to produce a piece like this. But there's on one of it represents her husband and her daughter. And on one of the plates, I think it's the hubby's plate, she's written the letters LOML, which means love of my life. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just like tug at your little heartstrings? I love it. It's so delightful. That's one. I love this award. Beautiful piece. And Tash has also entered a couple of other little adorable, this is actually a combined piece, I think. We've got 2 little pots, so we'll look at both little pots. They're little tiny pots that you can hold in your hand of a mermaid bubble bar. So she's created a little pot, added a mermaid tail, added the face and the crazy hair and the hands, and then some little pearls in there as well, or bubbles, and created 2 gorgeous little kind of mermaid in a bath sort of look. Aren't they just gorgeous? So this little set has won, she's now on the short list for winning the prize. So this one has been shortlisted. This set is gorgeous. Well done. So, yeah, virtual pottery would be good fun. We did actually have it during COVID. That's the end of looking through all of the artworks. I hope you've enjoyed that. That's just been the most delightful array of incredible work by students. Let me just get my notes here. Give me a second. Lost a sheet somewhere here. Here we go. So I just want to say thank you, not just for Alice and Beck for putting this incredible exhibition together. Alice has done all this work to create this exhibition and put the paintings up on the walls, put the mats around the virtual paintings, and put the pots onto plinths and all that sort of stuff. And she's done such a gorgeous job of laying out this exhibition. The paintings work so beautifully on display the way she's done it. And Beck's done so much work with the technology on the back end. Don't forget, everyone, if there was a particular painting that you were in love with, make sure you hit send on that email. Before you hit send, write into the email area, I want the magpie painting, for example. And then hit send. So the subject line's got gimme, and hit send. If you just email us that you love one of those paintings and you want to buy it, then we will start conversation and get it all organized so that you can buy one of those paintings. So there's so many that I would buy out of this exhibition. It's a bit crazy. I love them. There's so many beautiful artworks. but not just I don't want to just thank the team behind me that's created this amazing exhibition, but also the artists that have been brave enough as beginner artists to show their work, to say, here's a photo of my artwork, put it up in an exhibition, and for people outside in the big world to actually see it is a very brave step for a beginner artist. And all of the 24 artists from around the world that have entered their artworks in this exhibition have taken that very, very brave step. And I think they should be absolutely commended for being so brave, because if they hadn't done that, we would not have been able to see this beautiful set of artworks. So congratulations for your bravery. Every single one of my beautiful little fledgling ducklings, grasshoppers. Congratulations for being so brave to put your hand up and put your artworks on display in this exhibition. Don't forget, so if you want to buy one of these, now's your chance. We're about to announce the awards. You know how to purchase. All you've got to do is email us. If you're watching this as a recording, you can still email us, or you can go into the live exhibition it's not live, it's like interactive exhibition online after this event finishes, the live event. You can go into the Fledgling's website, zenartart.com/fledgling with no S, and you go in and you walk into the exhibition. And if you click on one of those artworks, you're looking at the details, looking at the price, you can hit the envelope button, and that will send the email to us as well. That will come to us on that email as well. So we're going to just take the people who are interested in each artwork. It's first come, first served. So if you're interested in an artwork, you think you might want to buy it, hit the send button. It's okay, you're not fully committed. Like if you find out that it's not the right price or not the right artwork, or it's fine, we'll just send it along to the next person in the list. It's not scary to do that. Just send us a note to say you're really interested in that particular artwork, and we'll get it all organized for you. So I'll go on to the awards and prizes now. So just let me have a sip. I've been talking nonstop. There's some lovely comments in the chat. Everyone's so inspiring. Thank you for sharing your artwork. Well put together. Thanks for the explanations. Outstanding exhibition. Congratulations, everyone. So there's lots of lovely comments in the chat. So well done, all the artists who have entered these artworks. So I just want to say that the judging process has been really, really tricky. You can see the level of quality of these artworks is so amazing in a student exhibition. If you saw a student exhibition anywhere else, you'd probably see a few half-baked artworks because people are just starting out. But the level of mastery that my little fledglings are achieving is so amazing. It puts together this incredible exhibition, which makes judging really hard, because I want to give awards to 80% of, like we do give short lists and all sorts of awards, but there's so many that deserve to be first prize, second prize, third prize, special prize. There's so many, but we have to be really it's really, we have to kind of ruthless and really narrow it down. So we managed to sort of narrow it down. Anyway, you'll see what has happened. So the people who are on the love this, they'll get a certificate. If you've been shortlisted, you can definitely put that on your resume as well, on your artist resume. And we've also got beginner and adventurer categories. We've also got a pottery prize and a special prize that I'm going to tell you about. But in beginner and adventurers, there's some people who have come through beginners and then they've now become an adventurer. If somebody has painted a painting while they were a beginner, we have judged them as if they were a beginner. That's how we've kind of done this kind of division between beginners and adventurers. So if you painted an apple as a beginner, and you're now an adventurer, we don't judge your apple as an adventurer. We judge beginner's work against beginner's work and adventurer's work against adventurer's work, even if you've gone through both of those levels yourself. So that's how we've worked it out. And so we've got 3 prizes per category, so beginners and adventurer categories. We've got a 3rd place for each of them, which is a gift of a dojo mini course. You also get a certificate to say that you're a 3rd prize award-winning artist. How exciting. A 2nd place is a $25 art materials voucher and a certificate as well. And the 1st place is a $50 art materials voucher and certificate as well. So they're not huge, like $10,000 awards or anything, but we don't charge huge amounts for each person to enter into the exhibition either. This is really all about allowing our students to discover and learn and be taught how it works to enter in an exhibition. So it's all a learning experience. So if you want to grab one of these artworks, it's a great opportunity to grab it before they become, you know, professional award-winning artists. And we have also got a very special prize for the Artist of the Year. So the Artist of the Year will receive a 1-hour apprenticeship session with me with a certificate and, of course, all of the fame of being the Artist of the Year for 2024. So next week, anyone who does win these awards, we are going to contact you next week because it's Saturday here in Australia and I don't ask my team to work on weekends. So next week, we're going to be sending out all of the information on the awards to each of the winners that I'm about to announce. We really wish we could give prizes to everyone. So Alice?
Sure. So just before Jackie starts announcing the prizes, if everyone on Zoom can please unmute so we can congratulate the winners as they're announced. Feel free to send your kudos out to everyone, and we'll give you a second to unmute there. And then Jackie, back to you.
Thank you. Don't forget, if you've got anybody crying in the background or dogs barking or anything like that, I can hear somebody squeaking. If you do have any background noise that you think might be pretty distracting, then just mute yourself and then unmute when you need to chat with us. So let's start announcing these prizes. We do have a special prize this year for a person who has only experienced a taster mini course in our online dojo, and they may have learned skills prior to doing that. And they are yet to join us in the membership and discover the pathway fun that you can have. So the special prize for this year for that person is Kevin Blake with his astounding portrait.
Wow.
Just
So
amazing.
well done.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Kevin. You win our special prize for the show for that amazing.
Well, thank you. First time for charcoal and first time in about 2 years of drawing because I did my ulnar nerving. So it's a good way to return.
Wow, that's lovely. How about that for a launch into charcoal, winning an International Art Exhibition Award with it. Well done. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
It's an absolutely astounding artwork. So congratulations. Totally deserving. Thank you for entering our exhibition with that beautiful artwork.
Thank you for the comments.
Yeah. Let's go to the beginners. So I've got a 3rd prize, a 2nd prize, and a 1st prize for beginners. And there's so many amazing artworks, but we did have to sort of narrow it down. And the 3rd prize for beginners is the painting Cosmos by Jeanette Cash.
Oh,
Love it.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Jeanette, that's an absolute cracker of a painting. There's so much skill in that painting. You totally deserve this prize. It's a beauty.
Thank you. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Well done. So it's 3rd place in beginners. And 2nd place in beginners is the artwork called Branching Out.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I'm not, I need to slow down. Wendy Vaughan has won second place in
thank
beginners
you so
for her
much.
artwork.
Yay,
called
Wendy.
Branching Out.
Yay, well done, Wendy.
Sorry, Alice, you had to race from one room to the other. Where is it? It's over here.
Thank you so much.
Sorry. Oh, I need a bit-
Congratulations, Wendy.
yeah.
Well done.
Congratulations, Wendy. That's a really
That's
beautiful artwork. That totally took our eye. The skill in there is just amazing.
Thank you.
And the first place, because we find this painting absolutely astounding that it was painted by a beginner. An absolutely amazing artwork that really was a stunner was Luna the Doggy by
Oh,
Sharon.
beautiful.
Yes.
First place.
Congratulations.
Well
Painted as a
done.
beginner. Amazing. That's like amazing. A really beautiful artwork. Congratulations, Sharon. That's
She wasn't able
Sharon.
to be here today, but we're congratulating her.
Yeah, so when you're watching the recording,
Congratulations,
Sharon,
Sharon.
you're amazing. Yeah, that's lovely. Thanks for letting us know that. So let's go to the pottery winners. Now, just remember, like when we are doing these, I'll say that in a second. We go to the pottery winners. We've got a prize for the best sculpture for pottery, which wins a $50 Art Materials gift voucher. And the prize of the best sculpture. Can you work out where we're going? Everyone's watching. They're going, which one is it? It's the mermaid vase by Natasha. That's an absolute beauty of a
Well
ceramic
done.
piece. It's
Wow.
so creative, so
Beautiful.
executed, so unique to her own passion and style. That's absolutely the winner of the best sculpture in Fledgling 2024. Congratulations, Natasha Hall.
That's
She had to go, but she's watching live on Facebook. So
Awesome.
well done,
awesome.
Tash.
Yeah, well done,
Hey,
Tash.
Tash.
That's incredible.
Congratulations.
So let's go on to the adventurers winners. Now you can see the volume of artworks that we've got in here, and a lot of the people have now shifted on from beginners onto adventurers. So,
Yay.
yay! Who's calling out? And so there's a lot of artworks by adventurers in here, and there's so many that deserve an award. We had a lot of trouble narrowing it down to 3, and even what we have done is still doesn't show how much we value the other ones that may not have won an award. But we're just limited to 2, 3 out of all of these incredible artworks. Was, can I say, freaking impossible? So if you didn't win one of these, please remember, we love your artworks. Every one of these artworks in this exhibition is absolutely stunning. So the first one, the first thing that we had trouble with was 3rd place. And so what we had to do in the end, this is crazy. This is really crazy. Am I going from the bottom of the, does this
Yes.
art start with M?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what we had to do, this is mad. We've never had to do this before, but we have got 3 equal thirds.
Wow.
Equal.
It was just impossible to split them. So each person's going to win the same prize. So we just issued a few more prizes. So the first person who's won an equal third in adventurers is Jackie Schultz with Marooned.
Nice.
Yay!
Congratulations, Jackie.
That is a fabulous artwork for someone who's a complete beginner to that particular technique. That is an absolute, like, that's worthy of being on a wall on a huge canvas in a multi-million-dollar home. It's a beautiful, beautiful
Congratulations,
artwork.
Jackie.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done. So that's equal third. And another person who won equal third achieved amazing mastery in oil with Blue by You, Ali McHattie. in New Zealand.
Yes. Wow.
Beautiful.
Equal
Very
third place
wonderful,
for
Ali.
adventures out of
Beautiful,
96 artworks. That's an amazing
done.
achievement. Congratulations, Ali. That's so much hard work behind that painting and miles in the brush. And
Thank
you nailed that painting. And the other equal third is from...
Hold, please.
Oh, please, let's slow down. This is from someone who's been very, very nervous and worried about her confidence in her artwork and in particular in her drawing. And she has produced this amazing artwork that's totally worthy of a third place in Adventurers for 2024. It's The Baby Elephant Taking a Scary Step by Susan Myro. It totally reflects how she feels. Like that could be me, the elephant, giving her a little nudge from behind, going, "Be brave, little Susan." But that's interesting, isn't it, Susan, that it's kind of reflecting
It is.
happening.
Yeah, because that's
But
true.
she totally took the bold step, and look at this amazing artwork she's rendered in graphite. It's
Yay,
amazing. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Susan.
Yay, Susan.
Well done, Susan.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well done.
Thank you.
So the next artwork, now this is another problem we had. We were going second place. Oh, I'm tearing my hair out. We were all going, what are we going to do? We had to end up awarding, this is crazy, 2 equal second places. It's mad. We've got 3 thirds, 2 seconds, and 1 first. So we just couldn't split them. The quality level was so high on these that we just could not split them. So the first one is the one called San Francisco Houses by Sharon Cross. She's won equal second.
Yay, Sharon.
Sharon.
Well done.
Congratulations, Sharon.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Fabulous. Fabulous. And the other person is another little brave artist that we love to bits, who has taken a step outside what she usually does and completely and utterly nailed realism in The Cherry Gondola by Joanne Coleman.
Yay! Well done, Jo.
Hey, Joe, congratulations.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Thank
Doesn't
you.
that one just leap off the wall? Everyone, can you
Yeah.
see how we couldn't, we kept coming back to that one going, wow, wow. It just leaped off the wall in the
Beautiful.
gallery. Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you.
Really beautiful. Okay, so are you ready for first place in Adventurers? Who's excited?
Imagine.
Who's excited? It's one that I think the owner of this artwork would be able to enjoy for years. There's so much mastery in it. And then when I looked at it and the other judges looked at it, we kept gazing into it and we kept going, wow, I just love that so much. There's so much to see and enjoy in it. It's so beautiful, delicate, inspiring, and bright and cheery all at the same time. Its first place in Adventurers for 2024 goes to Bright Flowers by Sharon Cross.
Well
Oh,
done. Well done.
Hey,
Yes,
Sharon.
I love that.
It's a
Beautiful.
standout artwork.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Really fabulous. So Sharon, when you're watching this, Sharon's not here, is she?
No, she's in Europe.
No.
Oh, that's right. She's not.
Rose.
Yeah, she's traveling the world. Wow, she's going to get a surprise when she gets back online and finds out.
Beautiful.
That's an absolutely, she's a beautiful person, a beautiful student, and really pays attention to the lessons and is getting so much out of the lessons by practicing and getting the miles in the brush. So congratulations, all those winners. We are going to announce the Artist of the Year next. But before I do that, I just want everyone to remember that if you haven't won one of the actual awards, just remember how beautiful your artwork looks on the wall. If you haven't won an award, you are here amongst amazing competition. Like the level of skill in this exhibition is so high. Do not walk away disappointed if you haven't won an award. Judging is subjective. Judging depends on the personalities and what's inside the heads of the individual likes and histories and memories of each of the people who are the judges. And it's got nothing to do with your skills or how beautiful your artwork is. It's subjective. So we do judge on skills. We do judge on mastery of the medium and composition and all those technical things, but there's also an element of emotion in the paintings. So these are things that are subjective. The emotion side of it is subjective stuff. So I want every single person who's been in this exhibition to say you're very proud of yourself for being brave enough to put a painting on the wall and see how beautiful it looks. Do not be disappointed if you have not won an award, because your art is astounding, genuinely. Every word that I've said when I've been talking to each of these paintings, I've meant every word from my heart, utterly. So be proud of what you've done. Every single artist who's entered in here has been a very brave artist and a very talented hardworking version of talent. Hardworking, dedicated artists. Every single one of you artists who've entered in here, you can now officially call yourselves an artist. Yes, you can, because look at what you've done. Look at what's in this exhibition. You are definitely an artist. So congratulations, everybody. I'm going to now announce the Artist of the Year award. And this goes to a particular person who's studied very hard in the lessons. She's overcome a lot of, bravery things. She's really focused in on the learning and taken it very seriously with her art when she's been going through all the lessons in beginners and adventurers. She's very dedicated with her little art space in her home, in her lesson time, in the way she approaches the lessons, the journal pages that she does, even when I'm just doing a little anytime as catch up, when I look at those journal pages with all the notes and the things I've seen that she's written down, the tips that I've given verbally, she's written them down alongside with little example paintings and drawings that I've shown. So she's a very studious artist, but also she's on top of all of that. It happens that in the last year, she's had some massive challenges that have really tripped her up with her art. And even though those things have happened, she's picked herself up and forged on ahead anyway. So I'm so proud to announce that this year, the Fledgling Exhibition 2024 Artist of the Year is Jackie Schultz.
Yay.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jackie.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I'm a bit overwhelmed, thank you.
Congratulations.
Very overwhelmed. Thank you very much.
Well,
Introducing our
Beautiful
Artist
work.
of the Year, Jacqueline Schultz, right here.
Thank you.
Well done, Jackie.
Well done, Jackie.
Jackie.
You really do deserve that.
Congratulations.
Yes, everyone believes you totally deserve it. There you go. Hear that, listen to that.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
So that's the end of the prize award announcements. Thank you, everyone, for staying.
So I'm
at this point.
going to
I'll
go
hand over to
ahead.
Alice.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing so we can see everybody's beautiful faces. And these are your artists for the 2024 Art at Heart, then in the Art of Art, online Fledgling Student Exhibition.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yay!
Thank
Thank you
you.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you to all the artists for entering. I hope you can see just how amazing your art is and when it's in the frame and on the wall, just how much it belongs there. And we want to thank everyone who joined us on Facebook and to show your support and to to give praises to all of our beautiful artists. Remember to visit and share our website where a replay of this ceremony will also be available. And that is, again, the shortcut is zenartart.com/fledgling. Please also scroll down the page and meet the artists, read their bios and see their beautiful faces. So I'm going to share my screen just one more time, and I'm going to let you see this website. So here we are again. Your gallery opening will be right here.
If you
and
refresh it, Alice, it'll be there.
Oh, sorry. Let's
Yeah.
refresh. Thanks.
You're
Here we
smashing
go.
my
So you can rewatch the opening ceremony once we get that posted up. Here, you can see the exhibition and enter. And then if you keep scrolling down, you can meet all the beautiful artists and learn a little bit about them. So again, everyone, thank you for coming. And Jackie, I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Alice.
Nice.
Thank you for doing such a beautiful job, Alice. And I'm just going to say bye-bye to everyone now. Don't forget, if you would like to snag one of these artworks, all you've got to do is either email us or jump onto that online exhibition and then hit the little envelope button. That's another way. And we'd love to help you to buy a beautiful investment artwork that's going to be worth 5 times as much in a year's time, possibly. But thank you for all the artists. Thank you, team. And I'll see you all later on. Thanks for coming to this lovely exhibition. Thanks for watching.
Thanks,
Bye,
Jackie.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.